everyone, and welcome to NECC Today, a show presented by NEC students featuring some of the best things going on both on and off campus. I'm Kelly Schwing, and coming up today, we'll be taking a look at the progress of the relocation of NECC's computer lab, and we'll be catching up with the Methuen Police Academy program. But first up, Amanda Yao and Mercedes McManus take us on a scenic walk through the trails around Kenoza Lake.
Bogged down by homework? Need a place to clear your stressed mind? Or do you just have some time to kill between classes? Let's take a ride down to the foot of Kenoza Street, where you'll find the Merrill Trail, named after the prominent Haverhill farmer himself. Located just minutes away from Northern Essex Community College's Haverhill campus, Merrill Trail is the perfect place for students to come and kill some time.
I use this trail pretty well every day, and they have a lot of trails at Kenoza, and would I recommend them to NECC students? You bet. It's close to campus, great for getting rid of stress, great for having some relaxed time, seeing the beauty. It's quite a beautiful area at Kenoza Lake.
Merrill Trail is part of the network of trails under the Winnie-Kinney Park Forest Stewardship Program. The stewardship program's purpose is to ensure the longevity of Haverhill's forests and the trails that run through them by preserving and protecting the areas with particular attention paid to water quality, wildlife habitat, recreational opportunities, and renewable resources of timber.
They have made some improvements. I think it helps people to have the signs of how many miles they walk. They put up various signs around the place telling you the miles. They have also posted signs that a lot of people I notice read about the particular type of trees in the area, so it's become more educational than it used to be. And I also like the fact that they put in benches. They put in some new benches so people could sit and look around. But I know that a few years ago, they cut away a lot of trees, and my understanding is they had to because they were basically being infested and needed to be cut down before the infestation spread to other trees.
Along with the Kenoza Street entrances, Merrill Trail is also accessible by traveling through Winnie-Kinney's Castle Trail, which is located just outside of Haverhill's historic Winnie-Kinney Castle, home of the Winnie-Kinney Foundation. Winnie-Kinney Foundation's primary purpose is to promote the arts and sciences, which is mainly accomplished by offering the public programming and presentation events at the castle itself. In addition to this, the castle lends itself as a venue for several private events each year. There are also sprawling lawn areas nearby with spectacular views of Kenoza Lake. These areas are perfect for any outdoor activities, from picnics to sunbathing, making this another great spot for Northern Essex students to enjoy during the day.
And I shouldn't forget about Winnie-Kinney Castle. It's nice just to visit and hang out in the big lawn area, to relax, read a book. A lot of people come with their dogs. This is a very dog-friendly place. And also what's cool in the winter, people could go skiing. People bring their skis, do cross-country skiing. People bring their bikes. There are a lot of bike trails, so there's a lot to do in the area.
The Kenoza Lake area, such a beautiful place for relaxation and recreation, right in NECC's backyard. Up next, did you know that NECC and the Methuen Police Academy have joined together to prepare aspiring officers for life in the police force? Eddie Hoare, Chris Wasson, and Matt Couture went down to take a closer look at the program and the graduation ceremony.
We are here at Northern Essex Community College, where we are taking a live look at the daily lives of the cadets of the Methuen Police Academy, focusing on their training, their workouts, and their academics. Let's take a look.
President Lane Glenn, he felt the need for the college to help out and be training police officers. You have to be hired or sponsored by a police department. You have to be age of 21, and you have to pass a medical and a physical fitness test in order to get into the police academy.
When I graduated college, I started dispatching for a different police department And just through that, met a lot of police officers, liked what they were doing and wanted to be a part of it.
I wanted to become an officer because I really enjoyed helping people in my life, and I always was the type of personality that would want to go to where there are problems.
The facilities at Northern Essex Community College are outstanding in comparison to other academies around the state. Most of the training revolves around law enforcement subjects, criminal law, constitutional law, motor vehicle law, juvenile law, ethics, report writing.
Academics are tough. We have a lot of different classes, a lot of different material thrown at us. And we just came from a week APP, Applied Patrol Procedures, where we kind of had to put everything together that we've learned in the last 5 or 6 months. So just learning it all and then applying it.
Typically they arrive about 7 a.m. in the morning. We have roll call shortly after that, about 7:15. And then they have exercising for an hour, into class by 9 o'clock, and they're in class till about 3:30. That's their time with us, but the reality is when they return home, they have to prepare their uniform for the next day, they have to prepare their meals and lunch, and they have to study, so it's a very long day.
What I hope to get from the academy is that just, when I go out there and I'm with my field training officer, that I actually know what's going on and know how to handle it. We're going to have a lot to learn once we graduate here, but to at least have the building blocks.
There are over 70 instructors here throughout the course of the academy, many from different agencies throughout the Commonwealth. In addition to that, there were close to 100 officers here taking part in scenarios and role-playing. It's a tremendous effort that's needed in order to train these officers properly.
We learned about the proper handling and use of firearms, and maybe more importantly, how not to use their firearms, but rather to seek other ways to confront a potentially violent person and de-escalate that situation so no one gets hurt. Training is preparing these men and women for one of the most difficult jobs that any one of us can imagine. Being a police officer anytime is difficult, but as we know, when we look around, we read the newspapers, we see what's on television, we know that the job has become increasingly more challenging every day now, and we need people who are better trained and better educated and have the skills to cope with the challenges that they're going to face out in the streets.
You will see the best in society, and unfortunately, you will see the worst as well. You may have the opportunity to assist in delivering a baby on the roadside, or sadly, knocking on a door in the middle of the night to deliver a family horrific news.
The law calls you police officers, not law enforcement. Now, while most people use those terms interchangeably, and while they are somewhat synonymous, there is a subtle and yet distinct difference between the two. You will recognize that your job, your mission, your goal is to protect and to serve. My second challenge to you is to serve with honor. And in our profession, honor means keeping your promises. Keeping your promises you make to your community and the promises you make to our profession. My third challenge is to serve with courage. Certainly, we expect you to have courage in the face of danger. We expect you to be brave. But in our profession, courage has another layer to it. You have to have courage, moral courage, to always act ethically and with integrity. And my last challenge to you is to serve with commitment. A commitment to your community, a commitment to the profession, and just as importantly, a commitment to yourselves. Never settle for simply being good enough. Always strive to be the best that you can be.
Some little boy or girl is going to see you, and that little boy or girl is going to say, someday I want to be a police officer.
Well, congratulations. I want to start off there.
Thank you.
Excellent job. What do you feel like you've accomplished the most in the past 6 months here?
To be honest, I'm happy. It was a long time. We learned so much.
Is there anyone that through all this that you want to thank the most?
My family. I couldn't do it without them.
We would like to congratulate and wish the best of luck to all the new officers coming from the Northern Essex Police Academy. This is Matt Couture signing off.
Congratulations to all of the recent graduates. Up next, NECC's computer lab has recently moved from the Campus B building. Joey Melly and myself visited with Mike Hearn and Susan Leonardi to find out all about how they're settling into their new digs. I'm sitting outside the NECC Bentley Library, where this past January our computer lab was moved. So we're gonna go in, check it out, have a few talks, and see what it has to offer us.
So the computer lab here in the library, we have 61 computers, 46 PCs, 16 Macs. We offer a lot of technology support in the way of Microsoft Office, Google Docs, help with Blackboard. We help students with printing and scanning, and just a multitude of different issues that students may have working with different technology tools and devices here at NECC.
In addition to the walk-in lab area of the third floor, we also designed a few other elements that really do provide benefits to students. One is a 30-seat classroom that provides librarians to offer high-quality professional instruction about information literacy. And the librarian will go over a lot of information literacy concepts to help students learn how to do research, how to do formatting of their citations, or any number of different things. Another benefit to the new space is that we've also incorporated IT client services into the third floor of the library. In the past, students would have to go to the B building to access or find out how to get onto the wireless network, or have issues with their password. They would have to go to a different building to do that. Now, if they're in the library and they have issues with accessing some of the network information, they can just go right next door in the same building and without having to go other places. So it really is a much bigger convenience for students, and it really does enhance the experience of students here on campus.
What we want to be is a resource for the students to know that they can come to us, ask a question, and we will try to answer it or either triage it out to IT client services, tutoring center, and just be a resource for them.
Looks like they're thriving in their new location. For hours and information, check out the NECC Library website. And that's what's happening around NECC this month. Watch for our next episode in May. I'm Kelly Schwing, and we'll see you on campus.